back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantabulous day, full of fantabulous things in it as always. And for today's video, I thought it was high time that I did another What Should They Do Next. This is basically, for those of you who don't know, this is when basically I pick a game series or a publisher and give them 5 brand new ideas of a game that I think that they should do. And for today's video, I thought I've been wanting to tackle these people for a while, and that is Bethesda. Yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a while. Bethesda is really known for the Elder Scroll, for the Elder Scrolls series, for the Fallout series, and all that kind of stuff. It is known for a lot of things. And, of course, for those of you who don't know, Bethesda was just bought by Xbox Microsoft. So I really think there are some bright things ahead for Microsoft, for Microsoft, Xbox, and Bethesda. So I thought today, hey, why don't we just give Bethesda 5 brand new ideas? And by the way, these have been living with me for a while, some of these, so I'm very excited to share them with you. So here we go. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and start. Here are my 5 brand new ideas for Bethesda. Number 5. Mad Max. Now, for those of you who do not know, Mad Max follows, Mad Max is a series that follows the adventures of Max, a former police officer in a futuristic, apocalyptic Australia, and it's experiencing social collapse due to war. Now, when his wife and child are murdered by a biker gang, Max kills them out of revenge and becomes a drifter in the wasteland of Australia. Now, since he has skills as a warrior, he becomes known for helping civilizations, pockets of civilizations throughout Australia with his skills. Now, there was a Mad Max game that came out in 2015, and it was published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and it received mixed reviews. Some said that the story was good, but it was also thin in areas, and most of the action happened towards the end. Some really think it's underrated. You guys get the picture. I think this is a great opportunity for Bethesda to step in. We've seen what they've done with Doom, and we've seen what we've done with Rage as well. And I know Rage is kind of based off of Mad Max, but it's not Mad Max. And with Microsoft now owning them, I really think that this would be a match made in heaven based off of what they've done. I think they could definitely really succeed at giving us the Mad Max game that, well, for me, who's a fan of the movie series and everything, I think it would be really cool to see this actually come to life, and I think Bethesda is the one to do it. Now, on to number 4. Number 4, Robin Hood. Now, Robin Hood is a legendary heroic outlaw that's originally depicted in English folklore. Now, according to his legend, he is a highly skilled archer and swordsman. He is also depicted to be of noble birth, and in modern retellings, he actually is depicted to have fought alongside King Richard in the Crusades, before returning to England to find that the Sheriff of Nottingham, along with Prince John, has taken his throne from his brother King Richard, forcing Robin Hood to become the famous outlaw that we all know and love, along with his merry men in the Sherwood Forest. This really idea comes from really what they've done with Skyrim. What Bethesda has done with Skyrim. I think there's a, well, and just the whole in general Elder Scrolls series. This really comes from them, and I think now with the way, even though Bethesda has had falter on some occasions, they're also really good at telling a story, and I think now that that's starting to come back to life with Starfield that's about to come out, I think this is a good opportunity. And by the way, By the way, for those of you who don't remember, back in a few videos of what should they do next, I did have Robin Hood on another one. This is, and I said there was three publishers, gaming publishers that I thought that could do this, and Bethesda is one of them. And I think Bethesda could totally and completely excel at giving us the Robin Hood game that we've been waiting for. At least I have been waiting for. I'm actually quite surprised that no one has ever done a Robin Hood game. So anyway, I think it's definitely a missed opportunity here, and Bethesda, Xbox, Microsoft could totally, completely take advantage of this. Number 3, The Time Machine. The Time Machine is a science fiction novel written by H.G. Wells, which was published in 1895. The story takes place in Victorian England, which also kind of has a cyberpunk feel to it. At least that's how I feel the story is. Anyway, the story follows the traveler, a scientist and gentleman inventor. The traveler hosts weekly dinner guests who happen to be his friends. During one of these dinners, he reveals that he has discovered that time is simply a fourth dimension, and he reveals that he has built a time machine capable of carrying a person throughout time, past and future. Now, I'm not going to give away too much here. It is a great story for those of you who do not know the story, and if you don't, well, you've been living under a rock. But I think that this is a really good idea for Bethesda to do. This is really based off of what they did with Fallout New Vegas. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, they're going to come out with another Fallout New Vegas 2, by the way, which I'm so excited about. Anyway, this really comes from that, and particularly what they're about to do with Starfield. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about Starfield and seeing what they've done with it. And I really think that they combine these two together, they could really give us something very unique and very different. In the way of a game, I think that hasn't really happened in gaming before. And I think that this is a good opportunity for them to give us something that we have not seen. And I think this is something that Bethesda, along with Microsoft, could totally completely excel in. But that is number 2. That is number 3. Whoa, no, excuse me. That is number 3. Now on to number 2, which I know you can't wait to hear. So number 2, the Dark Brotherhood. Now, yes, I'm talking about the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim. That is what I'm talking about. Now, the Dark Brotherhood is a highly trained Assassin's Creed kind of thing that take contracts throughout the world of Elder Scroll. They were once the most feared organization in Tamriel, but having lost over the period of time the reputation for over multiple situations and losing multiple sanctuaries across Tamriel due to the events of Elder Scroll Oblivion, the Dark Brotherhood was really collapsing. Now, they managed to resurface and survive during the Great War, but by the end of the war, the Brotherhood was near destruction once again. Now, Sirio, one of the 2 main Dark Brotherhood assassins outside of Skyrim, the other to believe to be a deserter, took the Night Mother's corpse, which is one of their spiritual advisors, to the last remaining Dark Brotherhood sanctuary, which is what we lead off into Skyrim. Now, Elder Scroll 5. Now, the Dark Brotherhood, of course, doesn't have a listener for the Night Mother, so to hear her voice and her instructions. And so, of course, that is when us, the Dragonborn in Skyrim, comes in. Now, I really think this is a great opportunity for Bethesda to really pull at the heartstring of us that have been fans of them, myself, for a long time. I really think this is a missed opportunity. I love the Thieves Guild story, which, by the way, I think they could totally and completely do. However, the Dark Brotherhood has so much to it. It has so much, and who doesn't love a good assassin's story? I think this is something that could really take off. I don't know. I really don't know. They could do whatever they want to do with this. They could either take us back to the glory days of the Dark Brotherhood, or they could take us forward where we left off after Skyrim. So, you guys get the picture. I really think that this would be a fantastic thing for Bethesda to do. So, Bethesda, get on to it. Drum roll, please. Number 1, Sherlock Holmes. Yep, I just went there. Sherlock Holmes. Now, for those of you who do not know who Sherlock Holmes is, and by the way, if you don't know, well, you've been definitely living under some sort of rock for a long period of time. For a long period of time. Now, personally, before we get into it, Sherlock Holmes is definitely one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. And I love all the books. I love any movie that comes out. I just get into it immediately. So for those of you who do not know, Sherlock Holmes, along with his faithful friend Dr. Roxton, are fictional consultant detectives who are employed to investigate a wide variety of cases, including ones from Scotland Yard. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yes, there are other Sherlock Holmes games out there. I know. You know why I know? Because I have played it. In fact, there was one that came out in 2014 called Crime and Punishment, which I really did like it, actually. It was really a step above. And also, I also think that the 2016 Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter was actually, they were both very good, in my opinion. I felt like we haven't gotten many games like that in a long time. So when they came out, they were definitely a breath of fresh air to me, and I really did like them. And yes, there was one that just came out recently called Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. And by the way, they're all good. They're all good. However, this is the kind of Sherlock Holmes game that I have been wanting. Okay? I have been wanting a open world that Bethesda can do this, by the way. They can do this. Bethesda can really excel at doing open worlds, and that's basically what I'm wanting. I'm wanting an open world Sherlock Holmes game where I can, solve his famous cases, the Hound of the Baskervilles, the Sign of Four, and just taking along cases that I want throughout the whole entire Victoria, England kind of thing. I would love to be able to choose my side missions, to choose what I wear, from the outfit, from the way Baker Street looks, 221B Baker Street. I would love to just live in this world of Sherlock Holmes, solve the things that I want to solve, and also solve the things that are the famous ones. I would love to, and there's so many famous cases of his that I just named 2 of them. There are so many. This is what Bethesda, in my mind, excels at. They excel at open worlds, and now they're getting better with story. And I think this is a big opportunity for them to give us something that that's been missing to me as a Sherlock Holmes fan in the mystery genre of video games. This is missing, and they could totally completely give us this.
Very effective, my dear Watson. Elementary, my dear Holmes. Elementary.
But there you go. There are my 5 brand new ideas for Bethesda. What do you guys think? Do you guys like one of these better than number 1? Or do maybe you have ideas that you think would be great for Bethesda to do? Let me know in the comments below. Please, like I said, comment, like, and subscribe. You don't have to, but I would love for you to. And I will see you, well, in the next video that you see me in. Goodbye. Goodbye.